Hi, this is Maritza from Maritza Concepcion Intuitive Consultants. I am a psychic life coach. The following is a video from my live show from an anonymous caller. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Okay, and what is your question?
Um, I don't know how to explain it. I had a reading from you a couple of weeks ago of my husband and a friend,
Okay.
and the personalities completely switched. Like now, my husband wants to be the loving husband, and my friend has disappeared.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So I want to know what happened.
You want to know what happened to your friend?
Well, you basically said that my husband was not going to be good for me, and my friend was.
Okay.
Now my friend left. I have no clue what happened, and my husband has been the loving husband.
Okay. And what do you want to know now?
I don't know if it's still true.
Okay. And what's the initials of your friend?
I don't know his last name. All I know his name starts with a D.
Okay.
And my husband is M-E-D.
Okay. Well, your friend got spooked out because it's almost like he saw you changing a little bit more softer towards your husband, and I don't know how he picked that up. It could be more of your energy field or what have you, but I think he picked it up like, oh, I'm going to be the second fiddle, if you will, the second person in her life. I didn't sign up for that. Does that make sense? He wants it all or nothing. Does that make sense? So
it makes sense, but I told him that he was going to be the other man, so I mean...
Right, but that didn't, he thought he had a good chance with you being 100%. And eventually you moving off from that marriage to fully engaging in this relationship. And that's not what's happening. So it kind of spooked him out. Does that make sense? You know, we have to understand that men have feelings. I mean,
yes, I understand that.
We kind of feel like it's all about us, but we have to understand that they too have their own feelings that they have to go through as well. It's easy to say no, they don't, because some of them are very
emotional,
right, into themselves, or not show emotions, or they grew up thinking it's not right to show emotions. Does that make sense? They have to be the strong one and what have you. So that's what he's trying to do right now. So
is my husband still going to be that loving husband, and like, is everything going to work out with me? Because I would love to. I would love to rekindle everything with my husband.
It's temporary.
Okay.
You know it's temporary because it's at the end of the day, someone cannot switch on and off their feelings like a light, if you will. And it's almost like he's doing all the right things. He's saying all the right things, and he's making you feel like, oh my God, there's a possibility here. But if he wants it, then he has to show it, not tell you that he's doing it. Does that make sense? So there's a difference there. So if you want this thing to work out with your husband, he has to make the changes. He has to go for it 100%. But truthfully 100%. Does that make sense? Not just a couple of months and get you sucked back in, and then it'll last for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and you're good, and then boom, the same thing happens again. So you already know the cycle. But if you want to change this cycle, right, what you have to do is, work with him and ask him if this is really what he wants to do, and let him show you, not tell you.
No, we've already had that conversation, and we've had that conversation, and he has noticed that I've changed to him.
Yes.
And he's like, just give me 30%, and I'm gonna win your heart again.
Well,
all right.
That's up to you, my dear. But I can tell you something. Someone can change overnight. Because it takes a while to become this person, it's going to take a while to regain a different perspective on the situation. Okay, so be very careful with that, and if you're willing to work with him, just let him know. Look, things can't change overnight. I mean, it's great because you're in La La Land right now, but later
Yeah.
on, how long will it last? Does that make sense? So, is it a long-term situation?
Okay.
Does that make sense? So,
No, yeah, it makes sense. You know,
yeah.
it's
So
I mean, I
definitely,
would love it for it to last. I really would, cause he's my husband.
at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're doing the right thing by both of you guys, because you guys both playing the heart game, if you will, and that's hard. That really is. Okay. And then you got to understand that you went and invested your feelings in someone else. You got to work on that as well. Does that make sense? So there's
No, yeah, I understand that,
there's
and
both ends need to be fixed, if you will. Okay. But
and
I see him trying,
mhm.
but the only thing with that is how long. That's the problem.
That's what I would like to know if it'll be a forever thing.
Right, and that's going to be another question, but I'll tell you,
Okay.
for now, see the changes and see if it's going to be a permanent thing and not just a surface thing. Okay?
Okay.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
All right,
Have a
thank
nice
you so
day on
much.
the line.
Thanks for watching. If you're interested in a private consultation, you can contact me on any social media links in the description box.